मैंने एक रात में लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग करके चाइल्ड केयर टिप से $20 मिलियन कमाए। मैं सोच रहा था कि मेरी छोटी बेटी और मैं फाइनली एक पीसफुल कंफर्टेबल लाइफ जी सकते हैं, लेकिन घर लौटते हुए मैं कार एक्सीडेंट में फंस गया। जैसे ही मैंने आंखें खोली, मैं खुद को गैम्बलिंग ड्रंक के शरीर में ट्रांसमाइग्रेटेड पाया। मेरे सामने एक छोटी लड़की टीयर फिल्ड आंखों से मेरी ओर देख रही थी। डैडी प्लीज मम्मी को अब और मारो मत। मेरी आंखें वाइड हो गईं और उसी पल मेमोरीज फ्लड बैक होने लगी। इस शरीर का प्रीवियस ओनर क्लियरली गैम्बलिंग एडिक्ट और अल्कोहलिक था। फिर भी किसी तरह उसने एक राइजिंग स्टार से शादी कर ली। जब उनका रिश्ता पब्लिक में एक्सपोज हो गया, उसने सिंगर के रूप में अपने करियर को छोड़ने में कोई हेजिटेशन नहीं दिखाई। उसने उसे एक अडोरेबल डॉटर भी दी, लेकिन हनीमून फेज के खत्म होने के बाद वह शेयर इनकॉम्पिटेंस की वजह से अपनी कंपनी से फायद हो गया और अपनी सारी फेलियर्स अपनी वाइफ पर निकालता रहा। उसने खुद को यह भरोसा दिलाया कि इस जिंक्स से शादी करने की वजह से उसका करियर गिर गया। पिछले ओनर की मेमोरीज को अब्सॉर्ब करने के बाद मैं अंडर माई ब्रेथ गाली देना रोक नहीं सका। क्या बेकार ट्रैश है। फिर एक कॉम्प्लिकेटेड एक्सप्रेशन के साथ मैं रूम के कॉर्नर की तरफ देखा। वो मदर जिसे उसने अभी अभी बीट किया था, वॉल के खिलाफ कर्ल्ड अप थी। सरीना अपनी डॉटर को करीब से होल्ड कर रही थी और जब उसने मुझे उसे स्टे करते देखी, उसका बॉडी अनकंट्रोलेबली ट्रेम्बल हुआ। इंस्टिंक्टिवली लिली को अपने चेस्ट के पास टाइटर पुल किया। उसकी आंखों में टीयर्स ब्रिम्ड हो रहे थे। ऐसा नहीं था कि उसने लिली को लेकर जाने के बारे में नहीं सोचा, लेकिन वह एक ऑर्फन थी जिसके पास टर्न करने वाला कोई नहीं था और इस हाउस की सारी मनी इस मॉन्स्टर द्वारा कंट्रोल की गई थी। उसने तो इवन सोचा था कि सब कुछ एंड कर दे, लेकिन वह अपनी डॉटर को पीछे छोड़ने को बेयर नहीं कर सकी। अगर वह डाइड हो गई तो लिली के साथ क्या होगा, जो सिर्फ 3 साल की है। तो हर बार जब वह उसे बीट करता, वह इसे अकेले ही एंड्योर कर पाती थी। वह लाउड क्राई करने की भी हिम्मत नहीं करती, क्योंकि डर था कि इससे उसका चाइल्ड डर जाएगा। लंबे मोमेंट के बाद मैंने एक हैवी साई निकाल दिया। धीरे धीरे उठकर मैंने लाइट ऑन किया। गर्म आम्बर लाइट रूम को भर गया। फर्नीचर ओल्ड और वॉर्न था और हवा में अल्कोहल की थिक स्टेंच ने मेरा सिर स्पिन कर दिया। मेरे सामने के मेस को देखते हुए मैंने हेल्पलेसली अपना सिर स्क्रैच किया। Then quietly began cleaning up. Serena still held Lily frozen in place, but a flicker of surprise crossed her eyes. This monster had never once cleaned the house. Every time he finished drinking, he just passed out. This was the first time anything like this had happened. I didn't rush to disturb the mother and daughter, but went to the kitchen to grab a rag and wipe down the table. By the time everything was spotless, I was drenched in sweat. After resting for a moment, I went to the bedroom to grab clean clothes. Then headed into the bathroom. Serena watched the bathroom door close, then looked at the room I'd just cleaned. Her eyes filled with utter confusion. He'd even thrown out the leftover alcohol. Why would he do that? If someone said he'd changed for the better. She didn't believe it. A monster was still a monster. Mommy, Lily's hungry. 3-year-old Lily opened her big round eyes wide, looking up at her mother. Serena stroked Lily's head. Be good, sweetie. Mommy will make you dinner soon, okay? Lily nodded obediently. Even at her young age, she understood that only after Daddy fell asleep would she get to eat. I finished showering and pushed open the door, clearly seeing mother and daughter sitting on the worn-out sofa. Shrinking back at the same time, I shook my head, not paying them any attention, and walked out the front door. Serena froze, a hint of despair in her eyes. Was he going out to buy more alcohol? She and Lily would have to go hungry another night. Serena bit her lip, her face pale as paper, tears streaming down her cheeks. Lily thought her mother was crying. Because she'd said she was hungry, she quickly reached up with her tiny pale hand, clumsily wiping the tears from Serena's face. Don't cry, Mommy. Lily's not hungry anymore. Serena bit her lip, tears falling even harder. After a long while, she finally managed to speak in a trembling, gentle voice. Be good, Lily. Mommy will sing you to sleep. Once you're asleep, you won't feel hungry anymore. Tomorrow morning, mommy will wake up early and make you something yummy, okay? Lily nodded obediently. Okay, mommy. Please don't cry. Serena held Lily and slowly stood up, the wounds on her back throbbing with the movement. Long-term malnutrition made her vision blur for a moment. But she still forced herself to stand, carrying her daughter step by step into the bedroom. Once she lay down on the bed, Serena finally felt a little more comfortable. She softly sang a lullaby to put Lily to sleep. Watching Lily's eyes slowly close, Serena thought about the 2 years since her marriage. Her heart filled with endless bitterness. She'd made up her mind, tomorrow she would leave, escape this hell. Even as she died on the streets, it would be better than being tortured to death by this monster. Just then, the sound of a key in the lock echoed through the apartment. Serena, lost in thought, couldn't help but tremble again. She instinctively covered Lily's ears, listening silently to the movements outside. Pushed open the door and, out of habit, looked toward the sofa, momentarily stunned. They'd gone to the bedroom, but it seemed like they hadn't eaten anything. I looked at the food in my hands, dazed. After thinking for a moment, I set the food on the table, then walked toward the bedroom. Serena's whole body tensed, listening to my footsteps slowly approaching, quickly closing her eyes and pretending to sleep, praying in her heart that I wouldn't come in. But then came a knock on the door. I bought dinner for you too. If you're hungry, come out and eat. I'll sleep in the spare room tonight. Hearing that familiar voice, Serena's eyes flew open. Then she heard the footsteps gradually fade away. The room fell silent again. Serena's tense, ragged breathing echoed through the bedroom. Lily had woken up at some point, having clearly heard my voice. Now, staring curiously at the closed door, today that smelly daddy wasn't coming into the bedroom. And it sounded like he'd said he bought them food. Thinking about food, she felt hungry again. She swallowed hard, looking at her mother with hopeful eyes. Everything was too strange, leaving Serena at a complete loss. But seeing the hopeful look in her daughter's eyes, she gathered all her courage, tiptoed to the bedroom door, and opened it. The aroma of food on the table hit her immediately. Serena's eyes suddenly blurred with tears, the food in the distance becoming hazy. Had he really bought dinner for the two of them? Faced with the monster's sudden kindness, Serena felt no joy, only deep-seated terror. Why was he acting like this? What more could he possibly want from her? Lily ran out barefoot with quick little steps, clinging to the door frame and peering out. Her eyes suddenly lit up, drool escaping before she could stop it, but she didn't act on her own. Instead, looking up, her big eyes fixed unblinkingly on her mother. Serena closed her eyes helplessly, then looked again at her daughter's hopeful expression, took a deep breath, and forced a smile onto her lips. As she picked up Lily, "Be good, Lily. Let's eat quietly, okay?" Lily happily squeezed her eyes shut, eagerly nodding her little head. From inside the spare room, I could hear the sounds outside. I let out another sigh. When I'd gone out earlier to get a haircut and buy food, I discovered that the household savings had dwindled to barely $1,800. If I'd transmigrated any later, this family would have had nothing left to eat. I needed to make money. After thinking for a moment, I suddenly felt a surge of excitement. Why hadn't I thought of this before? This was a parallel world. I quickly grabbed my phone, scrolling through everything about this world. Just as the memories suggested, traditional culture and the entertainment industry were completely different from my world, especially the entertainment scene here. It was remarkably bland. Trashy songs that made me cringe were actually topping the charts. My mind raced with calculations, classic songs appearing one after another. The more I thought, the harder it became to stay awake. I dragged my exhausted body and slowly drifted off to sleep. The next morning, at exactly 6 o'clock, I stretched, then quietly opened the door and stepped out. The dining table and kitchen had been cleaned spotless. Serena must have tidied up after eating last night. Standing there, thinking for a moment, I remembered that Serena usually didn't get up to cook until hour, because the old me always slept until past dusk. Only after I woke up and finished drinking could the mother and daughter eat whatever was left. I sighed again out of habit. Serena was actually already awake in the bedroom, but she didn't dare come out. The sounds outside disappeared, and the front door opened and closed. Serena pressed her lips together, staring at the bedroom door, somewhat curious about what he was going out to do. After waiting and hearing nothing more outside, Serena glanced at Lily still sleeping soundly beside her, thought for a moment, then gathered her courage, and quietly got out of bed, opening the bedroom door and stepping out. The smell of alcohol in the room had mostly faded, fresh air drifting in through the window, smelling wonderful. This situation felt surreal to Serena, and had been so long, so very long since she'd breathed air this fresh, she'd forgotten the house could ever feel this comfortable. Serena walked to the window and looked out at the world beyond, lost in a daze. Only now did she suddenly remember she was only 24 years old. She didn't know how much time had passed before the sound of the door came again. Serena snapped back to reality, her whole body tensing instinctively, mechanically turning around. I also stood frozen awkwardly in place. I hadn't expected Serena to already be awake. I woke up early and saw we were out of food, so I just went out to buy some meat, vegetables and rice. We both stood there frozen, and only now did get a queer look at my wife's face. She was beautiful, far more beautiful than any influencer or celebrity from my old world, especially those eyes, as if they could speak. But now those eyes were filled with fear and unease. She was also too thin, her face impossibly pale, probably from years without sunlight and severe malnutrition. Seeing this, my heart ached with pain, hatred, and shame all at once. What an absolute monster. A wife this beautiful, and he'd abused her like this. He deserved to die. I broke the awkward silence first. Good morning. I'll go make breakfast. After saying that, I kept my head down, not daring to look anymore, grabbed the grocery bag, and hurried into the kitchen. Serena simply couldn't believe her eyes or ears. Did he just say good morning to her? And when did he learn to cook? Serena silently watched the figure bustling in the kitchen, an overwhelming wave of grief rising in her chest. She bit her lip hard, tears gradually blurring her vision. What was this? Bidhi? A guilty conscience? Lily had woken up by now. When she saw Serena's silhouette in the living room, she ran out barefoot. The moment she stepped out, she smelled the aroma of food, turning her head to stare wide-eyed at the kitchen. I was in the kitchen and naturally saw the little girl too. It flashed her a big smile. But to my surprise, Lily hid behind Serena in fear. I rubbed my nose helplessly, immediately feeling a tightness in my chest, like I couldn't breathe. Before long, the food was ready. Took off my apron, looking toward the two of them, still standing timidly in the distance. Go wash up and come breakfast. Lily was clearly swallowing hard, but she still did not move. Serena looked at the scene before her with horror. I'd had a little hope, but seeing how guarded they were, that hope sank to the bottom of the ocean. I was silent for a moment, then sighed again. You two eat first. With that, I turned and went back to the spare room. Serena felt no gratitude. Watching the spare room door close, then looking down at her daughter's hopeful eyes, sighing inwardly. Come on, Lily. Let's wash our hands and eat. Hearing this, Lily's eyes lit up. Mommy, did Daddy make this for Lily? Serena was momentarily at a loss for words, but looking at her daughter's expectant eyes, she finally nodded. Seeing her mother's confirmation, Lily's eyes immediately lit up even brighter. She eagerly scooped a spoonful of steamed egg into her mouth. This was the first time Daddy had ever cooked for her. It was so delicious. Serena ate in silence, her heart torn and confused. I sat at the desk in the spare room, actually starving by now. But I knew it. The mother and daughter out, they still couldn't sit at the same table with me. This was rough. I pulled out my phone, opened this world's short video app, deleted the old account followers, and registered a new one. Out of habit, I opened the trending search chart. A second later, I frowned. What was this garbage music? Since when could trashy songs like these dominate the top searches? A plan immediately formed in my mind. I rummaged through the desk drawer and found some sheet music paper that had been gathering dust for ages. These were things Sarina had left behind. I spread the sheet music out on the desk, softly humming a familiar melody, pen in hand, quickly writing notes on the paper. In my previous world, I was a professional songwriter. So this was nothing difficult for me. In just moments, a complete musical score appeared before my eyes. Eagerly opened the cassette beside me, pulled out a guitar, and sat properly at the desk with it in my arms. Took a moment to get into the right headspace, then closed my eyes, letting my fingers glide gently across the strings. When the sound of the guitar drifted out from the room, Sarina, who had been quietly eating, suddenly froze. She turned her head toward the closed door, her eyes filled with astonishment.